Al Oraibi of Asharq Alawsat. And
that's happened of the bonus culture is almost a way that people wanted to find someone to blame. You know, this is everything's going to hell and we don't know what's going on. So at least now there's this targeted, well, rightly, there are some concerns definitely about, you know, should you be giving bonuses and credit to those that are putting us in so much of the mess we're dealing with. At the same time, ever to these banks, and they fall apart, then our whole system as we know it is going to fall apart. So we kind of have to give them money, but then we have to accept them giving credit to themselves. So I think it's rightly a problem.
But it's a shame that we've all
issues. But again, I mean, news reports about AIG staff needing security and they're worried about actually getting protected, and there's mobs going around. I mean, I think at the G20 this should be a really marginal issue if even it comes up.
I mean, one of the things
issues, and that, you know, we have to start talking about, I think, to the G20 summit, that this is one of the things that they want to raise, is this issue of climate change and nuclear power and stuff. It's like, no, there's no time for this. Can we please just keep focused?
They've only got one day.
Yeah, but exactly. Of where do we go from here? Are we still relevant so far? And I think France coming in full force again, just like you said, caps it, but also gives it new, renewed energy within NATO itself.
But symbolism, though, rather than a big practical difficulty.
Yeah, I think it is. Can say, well, look, what more could we do? You know, I've shown goodwill, so now you out of Russia now are preparing the ground for the negotiations with the Americans on the next agreement between the two about the START program. So it's good timing for the Russians. I mean,
because they also know
this isn't supposed to kick in until 2011 anyway. So they're, you know, this is the forecast for when actually things will start. But everybody's waiting to see what next, so to speak. And I think the whole issue of the relations with Russia with the START button is interesting. I mean, definitely there is a respect for the Russians, and that, you know, let's calm things down. And this comes after a very tense period with Georgia and the Ukraine. Is that it's only going to be for NATO members, so they're not inviting anyone to come on the sidelines. There's not going to be all that within Europe and America and Canada, of course, which we shouldn't forget. And then look forward to what comes next with the NATO-Russia Council and so forth. So I think everyone's looking forward to listening from Obama at NATO that are from within the NATO members themselves.
Yeah, the statement actually is some.
Because I think this is part of the phenomenon of 24-hour news. You know, something like that. I think there are mistakes that politicians have made throughout, you know, but reporters didn't used to report back ever. More and more, we're pushed to find interesting stories like this, things that are more humorous and everything, because we have more time in the news, you know, if it's on the internet or on TV. So I think it's quite interesting that stories like this and so many others.
We need more.